Hello everyone, what is up? It is me, AlbyMTG, and it's time for another episode of my Cardsphere story. Today we have a pretty fun one. We won't be sending anything out today, but we do have, let me go ahead and show these up here on the camera. This is 5 different envelopes that we'll be opening up here today. You can see them all here on the camera. This one's saying do not bend as well, which is pretty nice. So we'll be opening up these 5 here today, and then we'll be going on to Cardsphere, and we'll be taking a look at what prices I got these at, and all that other sort of fun stuff. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and get into it and just start opening up some of these packages. So we'll start off with this first one here. I don't know what's in any of these except for one of them. The one of them, which I'll get to probably towards the end, because I think that one is probably just going to be my favorite. So we'll start off with this one here, where it looks like you can see some Secluded Glens here, which are some pretty sweet cards. And it looks like we're able to take these out here, and I just like dropped all the envelopes on the floor. But it looks like we've got these 2 Secluded Glens here. Again, these are going in my friend's Modern Fairies deck that he's putting together. Let me bend over here and grab these envelopes that fell over. I think that's all of them. Alright. Sorry about that, but yeah, these are going in my friend's Modern Fairies deck, and that's what you'll see with most of these cards here, is that those are going in my friend's Modern Fairies deck. He was using Cardsphere, or he asked me to help use Cardsphere as a way for him to sell off some cards so that he could get some new ones for Modern Fairies, and so those are what those Secluded Glens will go for. And we'll go ahead and open up this next package here, and we'll see what's inside this one. This one is very secure. There we go. There we go. Alright. This one, I believe, is the most expensive card that we'll be getting today. Let me see if I can figure out how to open this. Oh, there's just more tape on it. There we go. And we remove the tape. Put the tape over here. Alright. Get these out of here. Possibly get these out of here. These are extremely secure. There we go. So the big card here in this package is Bitter Blossom. Bitter Blossom here from Modern Masters 2015. Just a fantastic, fantastic card. Is there even more tape on this? Is that what this is? So much tape. So I guess the Bitter Blossom is... There we go. There we go. Okay, so there's the Bitter Blossom. Very nice there to have Bitter Blossom, again, going in my friend's Modern Fairies deck. Bitter Blossom is one of the key pieces to that deck, getting to make a fairy every upkeep. And then the other part of this package is actually for me, and those are 4 checklist cards from Original Innistrad, and all of these will be putting Delver of Secrets on them. Those are what I needed these for, and so now I have them, so I no longer need to get a judge to proxy me up Delver of Secrets, because the sleeves that I was using, they were like slightly see-through, not entirely see-through. If you look extremely, extremely closely, you can notice it, but again, I don't want to get game losses at competitive REL events for, you know, just dumb things like that, so it's much easier to just ask the judge before the event to get them to proxy up a Delver for you. And so that's what I did. This one, you can see both of them here, they're nice and turned over already. So yeah, those checklist cards will be a nice way for me to no longer have to ask the judge for proxy cards. So interesting. I don't know what the other... So this card here, the Collective Brutality, this one is for sure part of this is the card that we ordered. This is the card that we got here, Collective Brutality. But this person also included some additional extras here. They included a Squadron Hawk along with it from Modern Master Masters 25. There we go. So a Squadron Hawk there as well. A Diabolic Edict as well here from Masters 25, and a foil Supernatural Stamina as well here from Amonkhet. So these are, the card we ordered was the Collective Brutality, but this person just chose to include 3 additional commons in it. So if you're watching this video, person who did that, thank you so much for the additional fun cards here. But the Collective Brutality is super, super sweet as well. And we'll go on to the next one. See what we can get out of this envelope. This is envelope number 4 of 5 now. This one again being extremely, extremely secure in here, but again, I would much rather the cards be secure than, you know, not be secure. So I do appreciate the great packaging from these people. And this one here, again, we're looking at another Bitter Blossom here. Super, super cool for the Modern Fairies deck. The Bitter Blossoms, again, I believe are the most expensive cards that we're getting here today. And let me just go ahead and get it out of the hard case here. I'm pretty sure this is the only card in here. Yeah, it looks like just the Bitter Blossom, again from Modern Masters 2015. Very cool key piece to the Modern Fairies deck. And then onto the final one, which is, again, my favorite one that we're getting here. Not only because the cards are for me and not for my friend this time, but also this is the first time I'm receiving a package on Cardsphere that's international, or I guess I shouldn't say international, that's from a different continent, I guess is what I should say. I've received some packages from Canada before, so that's like, you know, the next closest country to us, but this one is coming to us all the way from Portugal, which is super, super cool. And so we'll go ahead and open these up here and see if we can get some fun stuff out of this package from Portugal here. And because I already know what cards are in here, I'm extremely, extremely excited for them. This was a purchase I probably didn't have to make, but at the same time, this is one of my favorite cards ever. And so it's going to be a very nice one for me to play with. I needed 4 of these. Then I found out that I could have just, you know, borrowed some from my friends because they had enough that I needed. But nonetheless, these are some very cool ones. So this is the Psionic Blast promo card here, the full art promo, an entire playset of these. This is just super, super cool. I love Psionic Blast so much. I don't know why I love this card so much, but I play this card way more than I probably should. And this card is just, you know, fantastic. For those of you that don't know what Psionic Blast does, it's 2 colorless and 1 blue for an instant spell. It deals 4 damage to any target and 2 damage to you. It's just a super, super cool spell. A lot of the blue decks, like the Mono Blue Delver, even I think in Spirits, the one time I have a Spirits list put together that I'm planning on streaming with in the future, I'm running like a one of fun of Psionic Blast in that deck too. Like whenever I have a flex spot in a blue deck that doesn't already have just like a million removal spells in it, it usually ends up being Psionic Blast. And so I absolutely love this card, and now I have my full art playset of these, which is just super cool. So very happy to be receiving these. Again, we'll go through every card that we got here one more time. We got a full art Psionic Blast, full art Psionic Blast, full art Psionic Blast, full art Psionic Blast. We got a Bitter Blossom. We got a foil Supernatural Stamina, a Diabolic Edict, a Squadron Hawk, and again the last 3 cards there, the foil Supernatural Stamina, the Diabolic Edict, and the Squadron Hawk were not cards that I had on my once list, so these were just free inclusions from someone else. So again, thank you so much to that person for doing so. Next up we have Collective Brutality. We have another Bitter Blossom here. We have 4 checklist cards from Original Innistrad, which will then be used as Delvers, and then we have 2 copies of Secluded Glen as well. So these are what we got out of the 5 packages today, and now we will go on to Cardsphere to take a look at the financial aspects of things. Hello everyone, here we are on my Cardsphere receiving page. Normally we're on the sending page, but this time we're here on the receiving page for the entire duration of this part of the video. So first off, we'll start with this Collective Brutality here for $15.90. $15.90 has us right here. So we ended up paying 90%, which is fairly high to pay, but again, my friend really wanted to start playing with his Fairies deck, and so we upgraded the prices a little bit. I think I originally had them set at around 80%, somewhere in, you know, this range that other people were getting them at, but again, he wanted to start playing his deck, and so we upgraded the prices a little bit more to entice people to send them to us. So 90% here, $15.90 for a copy of Collective Brutality, which again is just a fantastic card. So after that, we will have 2 Secluded Glens here for $4.01. You can see here, again, 90%. We are the highest ones on here. Again, we upgraded to the 90% so that he could get these cards. You can see that this is the type of card that doesn't really get sent too often, with us being the only people in August to have, you know, sent off this, or to either send off or receive a copy of Secluded Glen. You know, both of these are ours, so $4.01 at 90% for Secluded Glen. After that, we have the one of Bitter Blossom here for $33.39. You can see here 90% again, and again the other The other Bitter Blossom that we got was also here at the same price, $33.39, so 90% here. Not quite the highest on this one, but, you know, still fairly high in comparison to what I usually try to get my cards at. Again, just trying to get him his cards to play some fairies. So there was the 2 Bitter Blossoms here, and then the Innistrad checklist cards at just 9 cents a piece. I went up to 112% here, just increasing another percent point, because I figured if, you know, there's a thing here where you can go explore and then best offers here on Cardsphere, and you can see some people have offers that are like above the 1,000% mark. So I figured what most people would do if, like, you know, they had a few extra minutes on their hands, they would just go min offer, type in 100%, and then just filter it out from there. And then from there, they would see that I needed these Innistrad checklist cards for my Delver of Secrets, and then maybe they would, you know, find an additional package to find me for me from there. So that was kind of my thought process behind that. Again, it's only 1 additional cent, so it's not like a ton of money here, but it did put the marker over the 100% mark, so that if people were using this way of trying to find deals here to send out on Cardsphere, that was a way that my wanting of Delver of Secrets Innistrad checklist cards could show up in their feed. And so there was those. Then here again, Merlin76, all the way from Portugal, sending us these Psionic Blasts. Super, super cool here. Got these for $4.05 a piece, so this is much closer to the range that, you know, I try to go more for when receiving my cards. These are down in the 75% mark. So $4.05, super, super cool to have these. These are going to be some of my favorite cards I own, despite only being, you know, like $16 worth of cards here. These are just some super, super cool cards, and I love Psionic Blast way more than I should, so very, very happy to have my hands on these. Again, thank you to Merlin for sending me these all the way from Portugal. I very, very much appreciate it. And so I think that's all I have for today's video. I will mark all these as received as soon as the video ends. We'll recheck the conditions and all that other kind of stuff here afterwards. But I think everything seems good. Everything looks like it's in near mint condition, which is what I believe all of these are at. Yeah, all of these say near mint, so I believe everything is good, but again, I'll just double check after the video is done. Hopefully you guys did enjoy watching today's episode of my Cardsphere story. If you guys did, be sure to leave a like on the video. Let me know your thoughts down low in the comments section, and I will see you guys here next time for another Magic the Gathering video. Thank you guys so much for watching today's episode of my Cardsphere story. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Of course, at the end of all of my videos, I like to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of my patrons. Big shout out and thank you to BadWolfMTG, Jason F, and Jeremy W for helping support me over on the Patreon page. They're fantastic, fantastic people. If you're interested in checking out the Patreon page, link will be down low in the description as well. Thank you guys so much for watching the video.